Scamby, a bar manager in Commerce Township, beloved by the community, callously shot in cold blood outside of the building. We're learning that he was allegedly killed by someone he had known for years. We'll tell you what we learned in court that might reveal what was behind this. I'm Hillary Golston. The story's coming up.
I'm Camille and Mary. A Molotov cocktail thrown inside the home, the homeowner inside. Guess what he does next? He's talking to Fox 2 about this incredible story.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 5.
And good evening, everybody. I'm Roop Raj. We begin with a terrifying morning for a Detroit man who says he's just thankful to be alive tonight. Early today, someone threw a Molotov cocktail into his home on the city's east side. Fox 2's Camille Mary joins us live in Detroit with the details. Camille, what happened?
Yeah, Roop, this is an absolutely incredible story. It's not something we hear very often either. I want you to take a look at some video. We're going to break down what happened. Sterling Dickerson is inside his home, upstairs in bed watching TV. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock. He's a night owl and insomniac when he hears something and he thinks that someone is actually breaking into his home. And as it turns out, he grabs his gun, he runs downstairs, and he realizes that no one's breaking in, but that someone has thrown a Molotov cocktail into his house. He then picks it up. Instead of running outside or trying to throw it outside, he throws it into a bucket that just happened to be on the floor because he was doing some home improvement projects. He throws that bucket outside. Take a listen.
I'm a man, and I'm stand my ground and protect myself and my property against anybody that wants to take my life.
Now, we spent a lot of time with Sterling talking about what happened, what led up to this, how he's handling this emotionally, and his injuries, his hands bandaged, his foot bandaged. We're going to talk more about that at 6 o'clock. An absolutely remarkable story. He's so calm and so resolute. You will not want to miss hearing more of this in his own words. Reporting live, Camille Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, and you talk about what to do when something like that happens. It's not an everyday occurrence. It's not something where someone throws a rock in your window. To know what to do in that moment and whether it's still hot, that's a tough one in itself on top of the shock.
Yeah, I mean, this is gasoline and this is flames, right? And he said that when he put it in the bucket, he had pajamas on, pajama bottoms. He said that it actually burned some of the pajamas off of him. And he said he got down on the ground, just like we were taught to do in school, stop, drop, and roll. Wow. And he said he did that. Yeah, just absolutely amazing. And you saw the house. You're going to see more at 6 o'clock, but you saw the house. Everything's fine. We were inside. Yes, there's some scorch marks on the wall, but he was quick to think about what to do, but still he is really, really lucky to be alive. And again, he's a really fascinating character. You're going to hear more from him at 6 o'clock tonight. I think you're going to enjoy hearing from him, and seeing his mindset is really something to be inspired by.
We're just glad he's okay, and we look forward to your report coming up in less than an hour. Camille Mary for us live tonight. Thank you. Day 2 of the search for a murder suspect last seen in Redford Township, and now police are offering a $5,000 reward for any information that can lead to him. This is Dalvin Nickerson. He's wanted in connection with the deadly shooting at Charles Wright Academy in Detroit. It happened last Friday evening at an unsanctioned barber shop being run out of a school by a janitor. Nickerson was pulled over yesterday in the area of Beach Daly between Schoolcraft and 5 Mile, but he ended up getting away. 2 people who were with him were arrested after an hours-long manhunt. Nickerson is still on the run tonight. Anybody who sees him or knows where he is should call police or Crime Stoppers right away. And remember, this is someone who's considered dangerous, so be careful. Now to an update in a deadly shooting in Commerce Township. 65-year-old Tonin Pietri has been formally charged with first-degree murder. He is accused of killing the manager of Prime 7 Bar and Restaurant. Fox 2's Hillary Golston has the latest from court tonight.
Francesca Scamby was a beloved member of the community, a manager at the Prime 7 Bar and Restaurant in Commerce Township, shot and killed outside of the building, allegedly by Tonin Pietri, who was someone, according to what we learned in court today, that knew Scamby for several years. Now, according to investigators, this dispute was personal. Deputies say the 44-year-old was lying on a patio outside the restaurant, and witnesses say Pietri had a gun. First responders tried to save Scamby. He was taken to the hospital, but it was too late. The Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce said Scamby was known for his generosity, his warmth, and genuine commitment to supporting the community he served, and was known for the profound impact that he had. Everyone who knew him will miss him. His alleged killer, Pietri, who was 65, reportedly drove to the Farmington Hills Police Department after Scamby was shot and turned himself in. Pietri, who doesn't appear to be on parole or probation or have any criminal record, is now facing first-degree murder and felony firearm charges for the killing. The judge explained why he denied bond.
There's significant concerns regarding the safety of the public and the defendant's appearance, and with it being a capital offense, the court's going to deny bond at this time.
What was this alleged personal dispute about? We'll likely learn more in upcoming court appearances. We do know that Pietri is scheduled for a probable cause conference on December 3rd. Investigators also say that they recovered a 9mm handgun that had been reported stolen. In Novi, I'm Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.
A great day outside, but there's a threshold where you're allowed to start complaining, according to Rich. Maybe.
Yes.
And it's not 45.
No.
That's a good temperature outside right now.
It's cool out there without the sun, but this weekend we are going to see sunshine. And you're going to see that in the 7-day forecast. We're also starting to get a feel for what Thanksgiving is going to bring, and you'll see that coming up in the 7-day. Right now, there's a very weak system passing to our north. There's a cold front up there. You can see there are some showers close to the Mackinac Bridge. A couple of sprinkles from time to time in our part of the state. They're so light that the radar is having a hard time seeing them, but it's not terribly cold out there. 45 for us, 48 in Toledo. There's Mount Pleasant, 44 degrees, 44 as well in Grand Rapids. Here's a good look at what it looks like downtown. You can see the Rensen there on the horizon. It looks rather soupy with temperatures in the 40s. We'll get down to 41. Could be a couple sprinkles coming and going. And then what's coming up next is a return to some sunshine for the weekend. Tuesday brings wet weather, and then Thanksgiving is looking breezy and cold, Roop. We'll detail that 7-day coming up in 10.
Talk to you soon. Well, one of Metro Detroit's biggest light shows is back. Tonight, Santa flips the switch, turning Wayne County into a bright holiday destination. Let's get live to the hometown kid here, Derek Kevra. He's live in Westland with a preview of this year's Wayne County Lightfest. Hey, Derek, now please remind us, I know you got a lot going on, but quickly remind us, what is your childhood connection to this?
So, Rube, I grew up in Wayne County. I grew up in Livonia, just down the street. We're right at like Westland, Livonia. And I came to this every year when I was a kid. With my family, we'd hop in the car, we would go down Hines Drive, and we'd see all the lights. So now that I'm older, I'm an adult, I bring my own kids to this as we move through the holiday season. So it's a lot of fun for me. This is brand new. You guys got to check this out. So this is this year's Wayne County Lightfest hat. Every year they get a brand new hat. This is this year's. Very cool. So there you go. Brian, can you hold that? There you go. He's got it. Ladies, what are we, oh, we're hustling. We're hustling. Come on, we're hustling. Okay, here we go. We're down, we're up. Yep, and we turn. Yep, 2, 3, check. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Back. We got to go back. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now, what are you guys' names? Fill us in.
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol. Yeah.
Christmas Denise.
Christmas Denise, and then up front here.
Jolly Jan.
Jolly Jan. Now, you guys come here. Turn around for 1 second. You guys come here every year, right?
Yes, we do.
And so I'm lucky enough to get a chance to see you guys every year. What makes it special for you?
Just the starting of Christmas and the holidays. Christmas Carol loves the hot Christmas. So
Christmas Carol loves Christmas.
And I love getting ready. I already have my tree up. I'm excited.
Well, there we go. So Christmas Carol's excited. I'm excited. Everybody's excited. This is going to start filling out as we get closer to flipping the switch. That's going to happen right around 6:15. So stay with us on Fox 2 as Hines Drive lights up for the season. And the Wayne County Lightfest is officially open. We're only about an hour away from that, Roop. Back over to you.
Action that you have. I do want to ask you a question, though. How has it changed? Because when you were a kid, that was so many years ago. And so things have changed. Have things gotten better? Are there fireworks where there weren't fireworks before? Is it a bigger show? What did you notice in the 50 years since you were a child?
Is the gray hair starting to show a little bit more, Roop? I'm trying to. We'll dig into that a little bit later. The kickoff event, I think, is one of the biggest changes, and it's tonight. So this party is something that it just kind of feels like it grows every single year. And when the switch is finally flipped, not only do the lights come on, but they have a fireworks show that really it puts you in the holiday spirit more than really anything for me. this season. It's this event, it's those lights, it's those fireworks, and we're going to be lucky enough to see them in about an hour.
I'm not kidding when I say this is one of the live shots I look forward to every year because your enthusiasm breaks through the glass, and it's so genuine, and it's so rooted in your home county there. Good stuff. We'll see you in a few minutes here. Derek Cover for us live. Thanks so much. Brandon,
I'm getting back to the hustle, okay? I'm going to get back to the hustle. Back to the hustle.
Do the hustle.
Oh, come on, Carol. There he is.
Brandon, take it away.
Roop, honestly, I don't know how I can follow Derek during the hustle, but I'll do my best here. Look, Detroit's getting ready for its big Christmas tree lighting. I'm Brandon Hudson. How you can come down here for a good time, but leave with a $250 fine if you or your kids aren't careful.
All right, not too late to do the hustle, Brandon. Just saying, a message from several veterans in Congress to the military going viral, and now the White House is pushing back while lawmakers said and why it's catching the attention and the ire of President Trump. And the nation says goodbye to former Vice President Dick Cheney. See some of the tributes honoring his legacy. You're watching Fox 2 News at 5. In just 24 hours, Detroit will light its Christmas tree to ring in the holiday season. While police want everyone to enjoy it, they're also sharing a message of safety for everyone who visits following a violent summer. Fox News' Brandon Hudson joins us live from Campus Marchers Park to explain. And Brandon, we've seen some violence in years past, and this is obviously in response to that.
Well, yeah, so we did talk with DPD, and they did say that at least the violence seems to be lightening up when it comes to involving our children. But the biggest takeaway from this Christmas tree event is no children or young people under 18 in that footprint where the Christmas tree and the ice rink are without adult supervision. DPD has said in the past they've had children come over here looking to fight the people that they're beefing with. Now, in addition to no unaccompanied minors, I want you to read this here. Detroit police have said that this you can't bring alcohol. This is a gun-free zone. Scooters will be shut down after the event, and the event ends at 9 p.m. Now, you got to remember, after the tree lighting 3 years ago, DPD said that two groups of teens argued not far from this area, and that led to a shooting at Griswold in Michigan. Bullets wounded two 15-year-olds, and that shooting, plus the high number of youth-related crimes this summer, have police on alert. So curfew will be enforced. Moms and dads could receive a parental responsibility ticket, which could result in a $250 fine if their child gets into trouble. Detroit police want to let people know, like, they want everyone to have a good time, but they also want people to be responsible.
We don't want y'all out here fighting and going to jail. We care about you. We want you guys to enjoy yourselves so we can go into this holiday season strong like Detroit is. The best way I say for you guys to do that is to think about it if it was you. What if, you know, your ops saw you and they decide they wanted to fight and something worse happens, like gunfire, and then you don't make it home to your parents that night? How are they gonna feel on Christmas morning without you being there?
So hopefully that message really hammers what Detroit police are trying to do out here. And I want you to check this out. We asked for a look at Detroit's most recent curfew stats. Now, since the new ordinance took place, 287 juveniles and 167 parents have been ticketed. Now, that's just Detroit residents. But again, DPD Police Chief Todd Bettison says those numbers are on the way down. And remember, curfew is 8 p.m. for kids 15 and under, and 11 p.m. for 16 and 17-year-olds. And also, you want to remember the street closures are already in place, but the community violence intervention groups will also be out here working with the Detroit police to patrol the area. Roop, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, important to point out that wherever you are, whether it be Detroit or in the years past, we've seen carnivals and festivals in Hazel Park in Berkeley, the Berkeley days, young people getting involved in fighting, causing early closures. These curfews do work, though, and they work in the suburbs, they work in the city. The bottom line is to make sure you know where people are and how late they can be out.
It's like that old saying, do you know where your children are? Especially at an event like this where there's going to be, you know, thousands of people around here. Parents, you just got to be aware to make sure your children are close by and they're not trying to get into trouble, because that could mean trouble for your wallet.
Yeah, certainly. Those fines get pretty hefty there, and that's important to keep in mind. Brandon Hudson for us live tonight. Thank you.
We saw lots of clouds today. There were some sprinkles from time to time, but we're watching two weather systems. One is a weak cold front that's bringing some rain and snow showers north of the Great Lakes. And then here's a stronger system coming out of the southern Rockies. And there's quite a bit of rain over parts of Texas, Oklahoma, up into Tennessee and Kentucky. For us, we're kind of caught in the middle. So we have the clouds, and you can see them here covering all of lower Michigan. And from time to time, the clouds are producing just a few sprinkles out there. How about some live shots from Sault Ste. Marie? It's cool up there and damp. They've had some rain and wet snow showers. Numbers in the upper 30s at the Soo. We're at 45 still. So yes, it's chilly with all the clouds, but it's not terribly cold. The breeze is pretty light from the southeast. There's 45 and how even way up there for Lapeer and Port Huron. Numbers in the middle 40s, 47 Adrian, 46 in Monroe. And I'll show you why it's relatively mild. We have this southerly flow ahead of our next cold front that comes through tomorrow morning. Traverse City, 42 degrees right now, 44s for Mount Pleasant and Lansing, close to 50 down in Toledo. If you need some warm spots, you got to go south again. Dallas, they're dealing with showers and storms at 67. Look at Orlando, Florida right now, 80 degrees. Boy, that has a nice ring to it. Here is our next cold front. It'll cross the region early tomorrow morning. It comes through mainly dry, and you can see the bulk of the rain stays well off to our south. The weekend ahead features some sunshine. It'll be a notch cooler Saturday. Sunday, we're going to be back in the 50s as the Lions are home downtown. You'll see it all coming up in the 7-day. Yes, it's cloudy. It's cool. A couple of sprinkles out there. We're down to 41. We're back to 53 tomorrow. Perhaps even a few late-day breaks of sunshine. And then check it out, the full 7-day forecast. A notch cooler for Saturday. Looking good Sundays. We're heading downtown. Monday night into Tuesday, a good chance for some wet weather, and then it turns noticeably cooler next Thursday. That's Thanksgiving, blustery with a high of 39. Group, we'll check it for you again in 20.
All right, thanks so much, Rich. A somber day for hundreds of mourners paying their respects to former Vice President Dick Cheney. He's considered one of the most polarizing yet influential figures in American politics. And today, family, friends, lawmakers all getting together at the Washington National Cathedral to honor his life and legacy.
His abilities were self-evident without need of calculation or self-promotion. His talent and restraint exceeded his ego. Even before the Cheney name reached the national stage, people always saw something in the man, solid, reliable, and rare.
My dad's devotion to America was deep and substantive. He spent his life studying the history of our great republic. He knew you couldn't truly appreciate what it means to live in freedom if you didn't understand the sacrifices of the generations who came before.
Cheney died from complications from pneumonia and heart disease. He was 84 years old. Meantime, on Capitol Hill, a video from Democratic lawmakers who are also U.S. veterans making waves online after they called on members of the military to defy unlawful orders from the White House.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
This is the clip circulating on social media. The lawmakers say the Trump administration is pitting the military against American citizens. President Trump taking to Truth Social to condemn the video, writing, quote, their words cannot be allowed to stand, and adding, quote, seditious behavior punishable by death. Michigan Senator Slotkin spoke out this afternoon in defense of that group's message.
This really isn't about those of us who made the video. This is about who we are as Americans and how we're going to engage with people who we disagree with. I would hope that people of all backgrounds, Democrat, Republican, Independent, would agree that threatening death for people you disagree with is beyond the pale of who we are as Americans.
Although the lawmakers didn't mention specific circumstances in their original video, its release comes as the Trump administration continues to try to deploy National Guard troops to cities throughout the United States. All new at 5, the long overdue September jobs report is finally out tonight. And while the data is stale, it still shows a resilient job market amid tariffs and inflation. According to the report, the U.S. added 119,000 jobs, but that's still below last year's monthly average of 168,000 jobs. Unemployment has also ticked up slightly to 4.4%, and most Americans aren't happy with the economy. In fact, a recent Fox News poll shows 76% of voters view it negatively. A new study shows child care costs are surging, where families are paying the most. Coming up next in Money Wars. Taking a look at stocks this evening, the major averages losing steam with the Dow and Nasdaq swinging 1,000 plus points from session highs to lows on renewed AI valuation concerns, both ending down tonight along with the S&P. It's no secret that childcare is expensive, but now a new study has found parents in 85 of the country's 100 largest cities are spending more on that than rent. According to LendingTree, on average, families in those cities with 2 kids pay 31% more for childcare than rent. The biggest disparity is in Omaha, Nebraska, where childcare costs more than double the cost of a 2-bedroom apartment. And it's not just the cost alone, but how quickly it's happening. In fact, right now, the average child care is about 13 grand. It was less than 10 in 2019. As those expenses climb, Bank of America says fewer households are making payments, suggesting workers are dropping out of the labor market altogether.
More than 700 veterans gathering. Why? Well, for some giving back. This is an annual resource fair. I'm Scott Walchuk. I'm going to tell you all about it, how it's helping the people who fought for our freedom.
Lightfest, where some of the lights are on here, but before you know it, this whole street, Hines Drive, is going to be lit up with these. You see this? It's a light bulb. 100,000 of these will be lit in about 45 minutes. Stay with Fox 2 and you'll see it happen live.